Money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC play. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Money man. You already know I have it.
You just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood out the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, girl.
What going on? Hey, can you hear me? We doing something a little different on here. Can y'all hear me? We got a little different angle. We got a different look. Hey, I'm trying it out. I'm trying it out for the first time. Hey, y'all gonna tell me at the end of the live, do y'all like this format right here? You know, I'm trying it out, man. So, hey, it ain't out yet, Don. The music ain't out yet. And then Mo Elpers. Hey, come on, bro. Y'all got to do your own research, man. People writing articles about this, and you calling my stuff clickbait. No, they clickbait for writing an article then. But what's going on, man? What's going on? I don't know if it's live. The music still live. I don't know how to turn it down on this, man. Like I said, this is my first time on this, on right here now. I like the way it look. I really do like the way it look. They got me looking a little crispy.
Shedeur Sanders.
I'm telling you, dog pound in his house. Sell more. Ooh, that's how I go. Bet. Hey, I'm trying it out. Hey, what's going on? Y'all already see it. And I'm telling y'all see title, y'all see thumbnail. We got a little ticket going down there at the bottom with Shedeur Sanders take his talents to the CFL. And y'all already know the answer. Y'all already know the answer. Like I told y'all, man, they be putting Shedeur name with anything and everything coming out, man. It's crazy. It's getting to the point to where it getting so saturated where I don't even want to talk about Shedeur. But you know, I got to keep y'all entertained. I like y'all like me, and we like Shedeur. So we got to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all we were going to talk about it last night when my computer was messing up. As y'all see tonight, I just got on late. I know it's later than usual, but ain't nothing was going on with my computer this time. I just got on late because I had a meeting to go to earlier. And then, you know, I had to eat, watch a little TV show real quick, you know, decompress a little bit. But I was like, nah, well, I got to get on for my folk. My folk waiting on me today, Miss Robinson. What going on? I see y'all in here. I ain't even got to look at my other computer right here. I got the comments right here on the screen. That's why I like this thing. The only bad thing about this thing, you got to pay for it. I mean, if I see it, at least you don't have to turn your neck to respond. Telling you, man, bro, you pushing it with the title. See what I'm talking about? But they want to hate on Shedeur. They want to hate on Shedeur, but they ain't doing no research. The clickbait is annoying. Who clickbaiting? Here it is right here. How y'all like that, bro? This is the team Toronto organized. They're connected with Shedeur. Basically, what they're doing is Toronto don't put Shedeur name on their list, negotiation list, if Shedeur decided to play in the CFL. That means he's not going. He's not going. But Money Man, the man and the MILF. So Toronto organized, y'all know they're in Canada. The CFL is like the NFL, but in Canada, you know what I'm saying? But the pay is not the same. You can't compare the salaries and all that, you know, with the CFL against the NFL. NFL gonna win every time because it's a bigger company, because that's what the NFL is, a bigger company, you know what I'm saying? So right now, we already know this ain't happening. This ain't happening, but I had to talk about it because it's getting put out there. And a lot of people last night, they were talking about it, want me to talk about it. So here we here talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I had already had it scheduled, and y'all already know I done did my research. Let me see, can I pull that thing up? Let's see how I do that. Hey, bear with me now. Bear with me now. I'm trying to figure that thing out. We're going to figure it out together. Here we go. Boom. There it is right there. Can y'all see that? Nope. There it is. Boom. I zoomed in a little bit on that. If y'all don't know what the CFL, that's the Canadian Football League. Toronto organized CFL negotiation list, meaning that if he ever decides to play in Canada, organized hold his exclusive CFL rights. Negotiation list explain CFL teams maintain a list of up to 45 players. Those signing rights they hold in Canada, those players can still be under contract elsewhere, NFL or in college, meaning they're not obligated to play in the CFL unless they choose to. Sanders' position, drafted by the Cleveland Browns. He's currently competing for a roster spot in the NFL, but if he doesn't make the cut, Canada could be an option thanks to the organized list spot. Organized and broader context, the CFL now publishes full negotiation list daily. The organized placed Sanders on theirs back in late April, part of the move reflecting his high profile. And I tell you right now, if Shedeur end up going, he will be the most talked about CFL player in history. What's the MO talking about? Hey, Money Man, keep putting in that work. But you know I do. I don't care about these haters. You know, they want to hate, they want to hate. It is what it is. Hey, I know how this social media, YouTube, and all this algorithm stuff work. They don't, man. Because if they did it, they'd be on here. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They did that immediately. Yeah, they had to. They did it immediately. But we already know Shedeur ain't gonna go there. Shedeur ain't, he's not gonna choose CFL over the Browns, especially when he in the deep quarterback competition. But I ain't gonna lie, it is an opportunity for as we already been talking about collateral collusion. If the NFL trying to blackball them or whatever, keep him out the league, Kaepernick, but then that definitely be collusion. Then he'll definitely have a grievance to file then. They probably win it like Kaepernick, but I know everybody talking about sue for him falling in the draft and all that, but y'all got to understand, if he sue, he ain't going to play in the league. He done. You know what I'm saying? So that's not even a possibility. Can y'all see that real good? Or do I need to go like this? Or do I need to go like that? Okay, let me try that right here. I'm still new at this thing. It's my first time using it. Y'all tell me how y'all like it. So is Shedeur going to the CFL? Not necessarily. Right now, there's no indication he plans to leave the U.S. or that Toronto is actively pursuing him. Just that they position themselves should a CFL move happen in the future. April 2025, organized ad center to negotiate list. July 2nd, CFL begins daily publishing a full negotiation list. Sanders remains on the 45-man Toronto list. Final take: Shedeur is a potential long shot CFL recruit, not at imminent signing. The listing just gives organized the control if he becomes interested in playing in Canada. As of now, he remains focused on securing a place with the Cleveland Browns. There it is right there. What happens if Shedeur wants to play in the CFL? He should keep his options open. Yeah, he could, but like I say, the money is drastically different in CFL. Like if y'all was on my live last night, I told y'all I tried out for the CFL. I tried out for a whole bunch of teams in the CFL. I don't know if I can. Let's try this right here. Can y'all see this? Let's see. Right here. Y'all, I know y'all don't know the teams, but BC Lions, Edmonton Eskimos, Calgary Stampeders, Saskatchewan Rough Riders, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Hamilton Tiger Cats, Toronto Argonauts, Ottawa Red Blacks, Montreal Alouettes. That's all the CFL teams. Like I said, it ain't that many. It ain't that many compared to the 32 the NFL team got, because a smaller market, smaller league, as you could say, but it's still professional. They still play football. The field is extra long, bigger. The rules are a little different. And if you watch the game, you probably enjoy it. She'll making up the draft slide money with his endorsement deal. He always been making that man that NIL. When you make more NIL money than he is his NFL contract. That's why I told y'all, like, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these players start saying, top tier players now, start saying that they baseline, if they get drafted in the 5th, 6th round, they baseline would be their NIL money from college. But hey, that'd be a long shot and a hard fight to win for them players if they do that. That exposed the interview. What exposed the interview? What exposed the interview? Man, Don. Y'all like that? Y'all name popping up like that? You should keep your option on. There seems to be a lot of teams scrambling for passing. I don't think they scrambling. Because they passed on for a reason. But like I say that, you know, the Browns supposed to have been drafting Shedeur all along because he was the punishment. That's what I say. Is that a parlay into the NFL? Sometimes it can be. I know y'all probably know Warren Moon. Back in the day, Warren Moon, he came from the CFL. Kurt Warner, he played in the CFL for a minute, and Arena. And Doug Flutie, I think Doug Flutie played in there. Yeah. Doug Flutie. I might have been wrong. It might not have been Kurt Warner. It might have been Doug Flutie. But yeah, a couple players that came, you know. Them, I'm just saying them some older names, but hey, I don't know about recently because I ain't be keeping track with it. But some players, just like the UFL, they just started. Some players come from the league, you know, from the CFL, and some of them they just like in their state. Like I told y'all the other night, I had a teammate in college. He still play actually, and I had looked him up. I'll do it again on here. It ain't gonna look like you want to come up. Let me refresh it right quick. What team he was on? Calgary. I think he was on Calgary. Let's see. What team was he on? But you know, they season going on right now. I don't even think he on here. And they got a practice squad. So, you know, they're just another avenue if somebody want to keep playing professional. I know a lot of y'all probably ain't even never heard of the CFL and sure enough don't know too much about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is right now. Can I get on there? What it did. I'm struggling. Oh, it put me back out there. But yeah, I don't know why. It would let me do it last night, but now it won't even come up. The players won't even come up. But yeah, like I said, my teammate, he played in the CFL from high school. He's still in there. And then I already told y'all about my cousin. Do you have dual citizenship? Now you just gotta have your passport because the way that CFL work, they have a draft too, right? So they have like a CFL draft, just like the NFL draft. They have a CFL draft, and they have a certain amount, only a certain number of American-born players can be on a team at one time. So basically, the roster, I ain't gonna say half and half, because they're gonna have more Canadian-born players. They have more Canadian-born players on their team than American-born players. So you can actually be born in Canada, citizenship born in Canada, just like SGA that play basketball. You be born in Canada, and you can come down in the US and play college football, whatever, and then you can actually enter your name into CFL and the NFL draft. Get what I'm saying? So if you get drafted in the CFL, you can go play there. You get drafted in the NFL, you can go to the NFL. But majority, I think a lot of them will want to pick the NFL over the CFL just because of the money. But at the same time, if y'all know the Buffalo punter, Colorado Buffaloes punter, he in the CFL. He got drafted in the CFL. So it's the avenue. It's the avenue to keep playing professional. But like I said, a lot of y'all probably didn't even know about the CFL. But that's a little short synopsis of it. Anybody got any questions? Yeah, he about to be blessed, period. Yup. He really about to be blessed, period. Hey, you can't stop the work. I'm telling you. You can't stop it. Can't stop it at all. But that's my little take on there. Hey, now we about to look at it right here. We about to look at it right here. Y'all already know Cam Ward. We already know Cam Ward. But Shedeur, last night, Shedeur was seen working out in Miami. And I'm pretty sure the quarterback coach, they look like him back there, working with Cam Ward and Shedeur. If y'all don't know, they got the same quarterback coach. Same quarterback coach. The Cam Ward right here, they're pretty ball there. Yup, he out there. QB select. You know, he played with Bucky at SMU. Yup, that's him. Ain't really doing too much. Ain't too much footwork going on. But I still had yet to see any 11-on-11 team from the Titans camp on Cam Ward. I had yet to see any of that. Yeah, they got the same quarterback coach. Yup, they got the same quarter. That's why when people say, when they try to put Cam Ward and Shedeur against each other, I'm like, bro, they learn from the same coach. They got the same quarterback coach. They learning the same thing. That's why they numbers was similar in college. I know B. Watts, he was on. If y'all was in there this morning, hey, shout out to B. Watts for having me on, man. That was my first live. I forgot to say that earlier. That was my first live. But yeah, they got the same quarterback coach. So they learning some of the same things. And the footwork, I really think Shedeur got a little bit more footwork, better footwork, and he more accurate than Cam Ward. But they always say Cam Ward got the bigger arm. Now, in my instance, my thought process, they were making Shedeur the villain and Cam Ward the hero just because they don't like Shedeur like that. They don't like Shedeur like that. But see what I'm talking about with the footwork? Even though Cam Ward might be a little bit more mobile for running the ball, but he's not Lamar Jackson. Neither one of these boys is. But Shedeur with the accuracy, man. That ball right there, they were pretty there. So we got a full workout right here. I wish he would have live streamed. Y'all know I would have put that thing up quick in a hurry. if he would have live streamed, it'd work out. Got that big, extra big shirt on with the arm cut off. Hey, we about to take a look at what Mary Kay said too, cuz it surprised me. Yeah, quarterback select. Yep. Y'all hit that like button. Subscribe and share. Tell your friend about the money man. Oh, he out there raining. Hit that like button. Tell your friends about that money man you already know. I'm telling you, man. Let's see what y'all talking about. Shedeur definitely had better mental game. Plus, he dealt with more adversity on the field. Yep, he had dealt with more, especially in Colorado. Cam got lazy feet. Miss Robinson, I already know it. Cam got lazy feet. There had been with Shedeur longer than Cam. Yup, because Bucky, they played at SMU together. Yup. That Shedeur's signature, the cut out on. Yup, you right. Mary changing her narrative for the positive on Twitter. And that's what we about to look at right now on this video right here. And it shocked me. It shocked me. I think it's right up in here. I ain't gonna play the whole thing.
Second part of this.
Can y'all hear that? Is it loud enough?
Whenever I talk about this, but this part is important. He also has an incredibly high football acumen, and he can quickly pick all this stuff up. It's just that he hasn't had to bark out the real long plays and all of that kind of thing.
You talking about Shedeur?
Yeah. So he's coming up that learning curve quickly, and they saw that in the final 2 weeks of the last week of OTAs and the week of minicamp. They saw how all of his studying really lent itself to a good performance on the practice field. It translated. And if he continues to do that and he shows back up for training camp with even more knowledge of the system and more mastery over the terminology and all the things that you have to do pre-snap, then he's going to keep himself in the mix. And he's in it right now. He kept.
Did y'all hear what I heard? Did y'all hear what I just heard? So when Mary Kay switch up next week, when Mary Kay starts switching up next week, or when training camp start, y'all remember that. She said he was still in the competition. He still got a chance. Come on, Coach G. Don't do that. Don't do no triple K like that. Don't do no triple K like that. Come on, my dog. Don't do that like that. Come on. She don't know football. You right. Dylan Gabriel was barking out long plays. Oregon was holding up signs and played fast. You right, Go Buck. You right. That's how the game is, though. Like, where ain't nobody had the time. Like I said, the NFL, I ain't never been in the NFL offensive huddle. The plays is ridiculous long, but I understand sometimes why they that long is to each word means something to the player. So basically, it tell the receiver what route to run based off the word on if he the X, Y, or Z or the running back or the blocking, that what it based on. But it be too long sometimes. Okay, if you ever watch John Gruden when he go over with them quarterback when they getting drafted and he out there on the field and he call out a play, hit one of his favorite plays and all that, bro, that thing is stupid long. She go where the wind blows. Sorry for that. Oh, you good? Mary Kay is so messy. He's in the next. Mary clicks to be paid. I told y'all she getting paid to put out the information. Now I don't know what made her put out this information like this, but it shocked me. It completely shocked me when I heard that Mary Kay was talking positive about Shedeur. And I mean, it wasn't even. She turned out a comment. It wasn't even like a negative connotation at all. Let's finish listening to it.
Kept himself in it with a really, really good 2 final weeks. And he didn't take himself out of it with the speeding. He's not out of it because of that. I think those are the things. He's got to show that he can do all the pre-snap stuff as well as he does the post-snap stuff. And he has an edge, I would say, in some ways, on Dylan in the post-snap stuff, just in terms of accuracy, touch on the ball, and those kinds of things. So those are some of the things.
I know I'm putting you in a tough spot because it's been really hard to separate the quarterbacks just based on what we've seen so far. And it hasn't really been anything remotely related to real football. But who would be, of the 4 quarterbacks, do you think the favorite to not be here once the season started? For one reason or another, maybe a trade, maybe just not good enough, just whatever it is, just that one quarterback.
Well, like you said, I think all four quarterbacks are going to make the football team. And I've said that and I've written that many times. It's difficult to predict at this point which one would be the odd man out if one had to be. I don't think one has to be, and I don't think one will be. But if I had to pick one right now at this moment, I suppose, and I don't even like to do this because I don't see this happening. I suppose I'm going to say this, but also say I think there's a good chance Joe can start the season. But I suppose there is a chance where if someone made them an offer that they couldn't refuse, if a quarterback goes down in training camp and said, we have to have Joe Flacco, maybe we're going to make them some kind of an offer for him. I suppose he would be the one that a team might be most likely to come after to get them through their early part of the season or whatever the case may be. But I think he's going to make the team. And I think he still has a good shot to start in week 1, as does Kenny Pickett.
Steelers.
Now, like I said, it's surprising Mary Kate talking like that, but we already know. Flip-floppy, wishy-washy, don't hold too long. She getting paid to talk about mainly Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, because I told y'all, I think one of them going to get traded, mainly Kenny Pickett. They'll pump him up. Oh, yeah, Money Man Great Show with them more. Appreciate it. But, yo, so that really surprised me. I don't know how, I mean, y'all saying how y'all feel about it. But, hey, it's it's getting a little crazy. And we getting closer and closer to the training camp. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all thinking? Let me see. 169 in the room. Need to match that with the light. Show enough, dude. My girl, I love CC. I admit it in morning. Running back, though. Hey, there's a whole different total. Miss CC. There's a whole different total show right here. That B Watt show, that Money Man show. You're going to get a little different style. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little different style if you ain't been in here. I don't think you've been in here before. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I appreciate you for coming. You know what I'm saying? What Miss Susan saying, Cam is not better than Shedeur, however the media want to betray. Otherwise, Cam wear change, hat backwards, and pat the ball just like Shedeur. They pat the ball, it ain't even that serious. 74 completion percentage. It ain't that serious. It's not. But yeah, he did. Matter of fact, if you watch Cam Ward, he got a YouTube channel, and I watched before leading up to the draft, he did a pre-draft video. He had the chain and got it from the same place Shedeur get his jewelry from. Yeah, I know y'all done seen them dudes in the well-off video. It's the same company Shedeur get his jewelry from, Cam Ward got his from. The same as that company. Because it came in the same box with the same name on it. But Cam Ward just didn't have the pendant on. He took the pendant off. Money Man, my guy. Ken, you my guy. Appreciate you. Good evening, Miss Evelyn. Good evening. Every time she come in here, she say, good evening. Money Man, you already know. It KNO, man, Evelyn. You ain't got to put in, I know it might be autocorrect. KNOW. It's just KNO. Appreciate y'all for coming, man. Hit that like button. I'm learning this thing right here. Money Man, I'm going to send an invite to Duke the Scope. Who are that? Who is that? You know, y'all put me on B. Watt now. Who is that? I don't know who that is. But yeah. Let's take a look at this right here. I ain't watched this video yet. Let's take a look.
Another episode of the Daily Grossy. Gerard, thank you for joining. We're going to jump right into this one. Mary Kay Cabot wrote an article on Cleveland.com talking about your guy, Kenny Pickett, having the opportunity to win the starting job. Now, Riz and Chris Oldak have been hosting RBS this morning, and they've been going at each other's throats about this. Riz is saying, hey, Kenny Pickett, if he's the guy, he's the guy. Chris fighting back a little bit. You've been a staunch supporter of KP since the moment he showed up in Cleveland, the moment that they traded for him. First question, why? Second question, do you really think that he has the opportunity to be that first-team guy?
Why goes back to the preseason. I know a lot of times we don't want to put any emphasis and onus on the preseason, but 2 seasons ago, I saw him ball out in the preseason. I'm saying to myself, if you could take that level of play to the regular season, you're going to be a pretty good quarterback. And obviously that did not take place. Now, there are a bunch of factors, Slick, that factor into why that didn't take place. It has to do with him. It has to do with the supporting cast from a coaching standpoint, as well as player personnel. All those things create amalgamation to where you walk away from it saying, man, Kenny, you did not do well, hence why the Steelers brought in Russell Wilson, and then Kenny decided to leave town and head to Philadelphia. With all that being said, I do think the Browns are saying the following. His pedigree. This is a guy who was a former first-round draft pick. Granted, he wasn't rated as a top-tier quarterback coming out of college, but he certainly still was a first-round draft pick, and a lot of people saw some promise in him. And I go back to this. I said it the other day, and you can check it out on the Land of Man. Kenny Pickett gives Kevin Stefanski options as far as his wiggle. We don't talk about that. Now, granted, we don't want a quarterback being known for running more than passing the football, but I do believe that if he can take his skill set and show those signs that he showed me in those preseason games that I raved about, and then couple that with Stefanski's tutelage, along with the ability to get out of trouble with his legs, that gives you a dual threat quarterback. And that's the part we're not really talking.
Man, Robinson, who is this dude? God, I know you know. Who is this dude? He clearly don't know football. He talking about Kenny Pickett or dual threat? Where? What? No, bro. You did say it. You did say it. Who is this dude, man, Robinson? Who is this dude? He over there he doing something. He done chat GBT the wrong thing. Clearly, he talking about what Kenny Pickett did in the preseason. What is it? What? What had Kenny Pickett did in a real game as the starter for 2 years at Pittsburgh? That's what I want to know. Don't talk about no preseason. Like that dude. I ain't even watched that video, so I don't know. Y'all probably seen it before I did. You know, I won't put my comments on there. And I know football, man. That was ridiculous right there. I can't even believe dude just said that, talking about Lamar Jackson. You said Lamar Jackson and Kenny Pickett name in the same sentence and talking about dual threat quarterback. Well, because y'all know I look at a quick in a hurry with these the stats. Kenny Pickett ain't never ran like that. Like, come on, bro.
He, out of all the quarterbacks, is the most dual threat. And
a 3-time Super Bowl champ. Well, with who team? Did he play?
I'm here to tell you, as a former defensive player and back, that's the worst quarterback to see, is a guy who's dual threat. So I think that's really what's more intriguing about Kenny in comparison to the other guys, is that he brings that element and dynamic to the table that the other guys don't. Flacco is a tremendous passer. Shedeur is accurate. Dylan is a kind of a mixture of everything, and we like what he represents, and also he's our 3rd-round draft pick as well, so you know he's going to get a shot. But at the end of the day, Kenny Pickett's skill set brings more to the table from that ability to be a dual threat quarterback. So I think that's one of the main reasons why they're so intrigued with his skill set and why he's going to get that shot based upon the article that Mary Kay wrote about, that he will get the first shot. And we've seen it, Slick. We have seen it in the reps. Who's going more with the ones than anybody? Now, he's not getting the most reps. That goes to Gabriel, but he's certainly getting the most reps with the ones.
Yeah.
I don't like this dude already. He talking about Kenny Pickett to do it. When they gonna call a quarterback run, a quarterback counter, a quarterback draw for Kenny Pickett and run like Lamar Jackson running? That's a dual threat. A dual threat quarterback is a quarterback that actually can run it like a running back. Michael Vick, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. I'm trying to name some of y'all, which y'all know. Lamar Jackson, Kaepernick. That's a dual threat. Not every once in a while I run when I need to. If anything, the only quarterback on that roster that ain't mobile, or you can say I dual threat, is Joe Flacco. That's the only one. Everybody else is mobile. They not as fast or athletic or shifty as Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick. But you ain't got to be in this league as a quarterback. You ain't got to run like that. You know what I'm saying? You run enough to get the first down or to set your team up for better field yardage. You ain't got to carry the ball like that. Josh Allen, he ain't that shifty. You know what I'm saying? But they call plays for him. He'll do a threat. He would be considered a dual threat to me, but not no Kenny Pickett. Played for the pay. I don't even know this dude. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people that be playing in the league and made it that far, and they be trying to make a name for themselves off the back of they played in the NFL, and they won a Super Bowl. But like, bro, did you really play? How many games did you play? Because there's a coach down here, I ain't gonna say a name, but he doing the same thing, but he can't coach a lick. It's just my opinion, though.
Gerard, you had brought up the preseason a couple
And they leaning in like that.
Years ago when
Y'all hit that like button, let's ride.
I mean, he was balling, him, George Pickens, they looked like, the second coming, really. That said, they balled out in preseason, but when the regular season kicked off, they got stomped by the Niners in that first game. And it was really downhill after that for Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. It's still a winning record. I get that. But does that give you any pause to think about, or is that more so just what the Pittsburgh Steelers system was at that time?
I'd say it's system at that time because that same 49ers team was stomping everybody early on. And when they came to meet us, and was it game 4 or 5 of the season, we actually beat them. And we beat them because of scheme, because of what Kevin Stefanski was doing from a schematic standpoint. And I have to imagine if you're Kevin Stefanski, you're saying, put Kenny Pickett in my offense. Let's see what I can do with him. That's totally what I believe they're thinking at this moment in time. So, yes, it is wide open for Kenny Pickett. All he has to do is not put the pressure of the world on his shoulders, but simply let his skill set operate. Be a game manager. Be smart with the football. When you're in situations, go Kirk Cousins. I'm telling you, if he can emulate how Kirk Cousins plays, he's going to set himself up for who just got paid from Minnesota. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Sam Darnold.
A Sam Darnold scenario for himself. If he does just that, I'm telling you, watch Kirk Cousins film. Emulate that, because that's, at the end of the day, what they want to do.
What y'all got me watching? Bro, did you just say, first you said he'll do a threat quarterback. He like Lamar Jackson. Now you talking about make his game play like Kirk Cousins. You know what? You know what, y'all? I'm done. I ain't watching that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. What in the world? This man said, this man that literally put Lamar Jackson, Kenny Pickett, and Kirk Cousins in the same sentence and say he a dual threat, then gonna say he need to make his game like Kirk Cousins. What? He said Shedeur don't need overwork himself. I don't even want to get to that far. God, if he talking like that, I don't even want to hear what he got to say about Shedeur. Man, they got hurt my eye and give me a head with this assessment. Kirk Cousins is a joke. At the Falcons, I know it, right? Fadima, appreciate you. Kenny Pickett is sorry. He is going to get traded. Yup, he need to get traded to the Saints. I've been saying that, man. I've been saying that, but that was man, Robinson. You should have warned me before that. I don't even know why you let me click on that. You should have like, nah, don't do that, money man. Don't do that. That's what you should have just said. That was horrendous. Big word. Horrendous. Yeah, I'm country folk. And me saying that, horrendous. Gee. I was trying to find that video. Oh, this the owner here? Hey, I know I'm jumping around tonight. I know I'm late, you know. I got on a little later than usual. I ain't gonna stay on too long. I know it past some of y'all bedtimes. You know what I'm saying? You past mine for sure. I know that. That's why I said that. But let me get that. There you go. There you go. That's why I did right here. This the Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam. Now he talking about the stadium, the new building Browns. Building Browns town. Oh my goodness. Wow. Y'all know that my company name, Browntown Opulence. Browntown Opulence. Building Browns town. That's correct.
Building this dome facility, we'll go from having 10 events a year in our current stadium to having all kinds of events. And I mean, I think it's really important for everybody to understand that, yes, there'll be 10 NFL games and hopefully more, but there'll also be a chance to have national championship games in football, Final Four games in basketball, men's and women's. There'll be a chance to have the Sweet 16 here. The Women's World Cup is coming. We will put in a bid for this that we've missed that go to Detroit or go somewhere else. Indianapolis will now come here. So it is going to be transformational. We have not done the job on the field we should. And we bear full responsibility. And if anybody deserves a great stadium and a great team, it's the Cleveland Browns fans. You deal with them every day. We have the world's greatest fans. We are going to deliver a world-class stadium. I could argue it's the best stadium in the country, one of the best in the world. We need to develop the same kind of team. I do think a dome stadium, and you're with us when we go on the road, does give you an advantage with the home field because that noise is just packed in there tighter. And we hope this will become not only a great experience for our fans, but a terrible experience for the visiting team because it is a, quote, hard place to play.
I need to see that full interview. Where's that, man, Robin? You know, you see I keep calling your name because you know everything. That's why I be asking. But hey, it's gonna be something to look at now. It's gonna be really something to look at. What y'all saying? I'm trying to navigate this thing. Y'all bear with me. New stadium, state of the art out here. Yo, we about to look at it. Jesus, stay on vacation, my guy. He was doing OT the other night. Now you on vacation? If he dropped that link, I'm leaving. What link? I don't hear. Shit, when they hear no caller. And dude, stay on channel talking about drop the link. Who you talking about? What I missed? Give me lights in about 8 a.m. man. Satan. Y'all be going. Look. Y'all need to get out of the internet. Right now, nigga, you probably drunk because can't nobody understand. What are you talking about? I know y'all ain't going back and forth in my life. I'll put y'all in time out. Go to the corner. You hard play to play with QB. 41 quarterbacks in 25 years. Yeah, you know they building that for Shedeur. It might be in mine too, man, Evan. Work for Bank 100 and National Bank. I'm not surprised they are financing the build out of that stadium. G-Boy had a great video for the future stadium. Yup. You know they're gonna put their name on it. Let me mute that. I don't even want a chance. I bet you do want to argue. I don't even know what y'all talking about. Or just I don't even know what y'all talking about. You and Miss CC going at it? But yeah, they can build that thing. I mean, they already gonna build it. But get it ready for Shedeur, yeah. Get it ready for Shedeur. Huntington Bank Field. I like the way they designed that thing, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Then it got like a glass dome. It'd be crazy if that thing open. But I don't think they're gonna have that because it been open, you know what I'm saying? So they want an enclosed field. That was a paid vacation, bro. What you do? They mess it up with Shedeur. They ain't never gonna recover. That what you saying? Yeah, this it. Yup. Yeah, they got to win first. Exactly. But I like this shot right here. This shot right here. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Especially if it be all glass at the top. If it stay like that, all glass, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be able to retract. Probably not. Or open up, you know what I'm saying? But that'd be crazy to have that sun just popping in like that and still be covered. But I wonder how they're going to deal with the snow. How they going to deal with the snow on there, you know what I'm saying? What y'all talking about? Shedeur house? Yup. Sell more. Fact. Only thing pregnant in my. Come on, bro. I'm about to put y'all in timeout. Oh, I'm about to put y'all in timeout. For real.
He's ready for week one. That's, to me, malpractice. I want everyone to understand that to get one of those rookies ready for week one, that's, to me, malpractice. I don't see one of those guys. Now, maybe Shedeur lights it up. Maybe Gabriel does. I just think when you have the two veteran guys, let them start the first couple. Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions. Let those guys start those 4 games.
Let's say it's either of the veterans who starts, either Flacco or Pickett. What happens if through 8 games they're 4-4 and they're a game out of the division?
Then you got to let them go.
Okay. Then what if they're 6-6 and then they're in a playoff race?
Got to let them go.
So that's my point. Everybody,
Chris, look at me.
Riz, everybody is under the
Chris,
assumption that
Chris.
that's impossible.
Chris.
I refuse to believe that.
So my question is, what you gonna do next year if y'all trying to draft a quarterback if you don't want to play the rookies this year? Answer me that. What you gonna do next year when you trying to draft a quarterback in the first round and you got to get him ready to play? Because if you draft him in the first round and you ain't got no quarterback per se, you gonna want that. The fans and your team should want that player, especially if he's a top 3 pick. You will want him to play and be the starter. So why you can't get these boys ready that's already on the team? Don't make no sense to me. Do it make sense to y'all? They better not put that F on that field. Hey, I don't know nothing about that thing. Nothing about it. I don't even know what it is. Y'all say it's an F. I don't know what that thing is. They are not going to do should do a trade him now. Hey, me and B White were talking about that morning. Hey, I don't think he gonna ask for a trade, and I don't think they're gonna trade him unless somebody get hurt and they just blow them away with the offer. Coach Pete be like the Falcon with Kirk Cousins. Yup. Crazy work. Crazy work. What up, big bro? KD, you finally woke up. You know, took another drink today. I don't quit joking with you. They're right, money, man. Typical Brown mindset and Tiger. They like to lose, but you just heard the owner. He ain't even worried about the team too much. He want the stadium because he gonna make money off of it all year. Y'all gotta understand that. He just don't make money off the team. He making money off that stadium too. And they're gonna bring more revenue to the city of Cleveland, but the owner gonna make money off that stadium. That's why he want all that Final Four and the national championship game and WrestleMania and all them other events that they've been missing out on. That's why he want that stadium. Just not because of the Browns. They making too much money. I should do a trade. They've been making money. They return on investment already past 4.6 million. Already asked for a trade. He ain't gonna ask for it. He ain't gonna ask for no trade. I'm telling you right now, he ain't asking for no trade. Shedeur just happy to be there. Especially Coach Pete, especially what legendary Rodney Cofield said. I don't know if he in there or not, but about the pre-draft, how Shedeur was acting in the pre-draft, we all know he probably could have handled that better, but they should Deion should have let them get an agent, man. Because the agent would have been a third ear, a neutral party in a situation. And because, you know, Deion got a little emotional, too emotional, because they're his son, and both of them his sons. And, you know, he ain't want nobody to do them wrong. But in the end, you know, he probably hurt Shedeur and Shiloh. Because I'm pretty sure if they would have had an agent from the jump, Shedeur should have been drafted first round. But even if they still were trying to collude like they did, he probably wouldn't have fell to the 5th round. And Shiloh would have got drafted. I do believe that. What y'all talking about? Got a Washington contract would be up. Yeah. But they still he gonna be up for 80 million. Unless they restructure, they're gonna have to restructure that thing. Because that's what they were talking about. They're gonna have to restructure that thing. The 80 million? Sheesh. To sit on the bench? I don't know where it works. Cousin get paid 180 million, but 80 million in 1 year? That's crazy. I want to watch the rest of that video. I don't even want to put that dude back up. That little cherry dude. I don't even want to put him back up. That's ridiculous, man. How that dude was talking. That's what I want to write up. They right up. I ain't even got it up here. Hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying to find I thought it was it. Live, that's what it was. I was on the wrong thing. This ain't it neither. What's going on? I thought it was Mary Kate show. They deleted Mary Kate off here? I can't believe she was talking positive. That was 10 days ago. They did the channel. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. They done took all them lies down. They must got rid of Mary Kay.
Assuming one of these rookie quarterbacks starts to take off in training camp, what are we going to hear? What's a sign that that's starting to happen before they'll acknowledge it team wide?
Well, we know how they went about training, how they went about their previous sessions, running, 2 drills at the same time to get their reps up and speed their learning curve up. But the real learning had to happen after they left. Now, have they been in the books? Have they memorized this playbook? Do they know it forwards and backwards? When we get to the actual training camp, are we going to start to hear phrases from coaches like ahead of the curve? When they interview players, are we going to start hearing about one of these rookies having a presence in the huddle and being commanding and taking charge? These are the things I'm looking for. And then most importantly, when it translates to the field, are they calm under chaos? Do they look like the game is moving at the appropriate speed, or they look like they're still swimming out there and trying to play catch up? If those things come together and you hear they're ahead of the curve and they're taking charge of the huddle, then when you see them on the field and it looks easy to them and it looks calm, that's when you can start to get excited about one of these rookies.
Yeah, and what you'll typically hear is the veterans will start talking about him, and they won't be asked about him. When they start adding in, he's really that's when a rookie is starting to win over the veterans, and that's kind of what they need to do.
They were doing that. Shedeur been doing that. Shedeur been doing that. He already got the vets. He learned the playbook more and more, supposedly, from what Mary Kay and Albert said. He didn't know nothing, so he know it more. And I think he already get in the locker room. I don't see Dylan Gabriel. Ain't no Denzel Ward coming out talking about Dylan Gabriel. Know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is right at this point. Like, I don't know what y'all thoughts on it. I mean, boy, y'all talking fast tonight. Yeah, you right, CC. The NFL ain't bigger than God, though. Then CMO talking about they need a black NFL owner. Not majority. They're not going to let a black man or a black female or African-American, period, or anybody with a dark skin complexion be a majority owner of an NFL team. They already don't want to give guaranteed contract to the black athlete. They definitely ain't about to have no owner. Go Pete say Dion definitely caught both of them big, and they had to show him the league is bigger than them. And yeah, you're right. We talked about that earlier, Coach. It kind of, I still say it's still a collusion. I understand ain't nobody bigger than the Shield, ain't nobody bigger than the company. I understand that. But I ain't saying Shedeur didn't hurt itself and Dion added to it. I ain't saying that didn't happen, but they'll put all them narratives out. Nah, I don't like that. Like, if you already were gonna teach him a lesson, it wasn't no need to put out that information to try to tear down his character when you was already planning on doing what you was gonna do. That's just my opinion. I'm trying to catch up, but y'all talking too fast. Too fast. Nah, she need that makeup. Right. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Nah, I don't live like that. We need to do a lot of things. Sure do. They've been trying to get Robert Smith to buy an NFL team. Look. That was a power play. They're going to backfire. Why? It's going to backfire, yeah, because like we were talking earlier with my other coaches, Shedeur got to show it on the field. And we already know he been doing that. You know what I'm saying? He been showing it on the field. Chat done upgraded for sure. I like it. I bet you do. You like to argue. I can't read that fast. Shedeur know the playbook. 12 had the control of the locker room. 12 is the owner QB to translate the play from the class to the field. 77%. We already know that. That's why I said, like, if Dylan Gabriel knew, like they say he knew, the playbook, like they raving about, then Dylan Gabriel would have had a high completion percentage. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Why in the world we in OTAs and rookie in minicamp keeping track of completion percentages is still baffles me. I'm using big words tonight, ain't I? They were trying to humiliate Hummer him, talking about her needs to be Hummer because he didn't bow down. I think you said bow down. Bow didn't bow them. Come on, Sabbath, what's going on? Yeah. But like they couldn't control him. Like I made a video on that. Already. Like they couldn't control Shedeur. They don't know how to handle him with his, confidence wise. That's what I mean, confidence wise. Bro, I'll be wanting to show y'all some film, but it ain't gonna let me do it because the way the copyright set up, they be getting me quick, even if it be like 1 millisecond. That's why I can't even do nothing until I get this software and I could draw on it. Then we definitely can go over the stuff then. I already watched that. That be why you got no one coming up. I mean, it really ain't too much. Oh, where that clip Garrett Bush, he was on right here. Yeah.
Prepared for me to, I didn't come at him, but for me to be like, nothing's changed.
Right.
So the topic was, in case you're just joining us, you didn't hear it yesterday at all, was why is Jake soured on Shedeur Sanders? And he tried giving me this whole entire reason and the thinking behind why he had soured on Shedeur, and I hit him with we haven't played any football. Like, there's no way you should be soured on Shedeur Sanders. If you like Shedeur Sanders before the season got underway, or if you liked him, before the draft process even got underway, and then all during the draft process you liked him, nothing should have changed there, G.
No throws. There's been no throws, and the throws he has thrown, it's been widely popularized and widely seen that he looks pretty good. Guys are like, hey, you made some throws last week. If you ask me who's going to probably start, people say Joe Flacco, and he'd probably be the guy that's going to start, most ready to start. But by all people's eyes, Shedeur hasn't gone out there and thrown a bunch of interceptions and looked crazy.
If anything, I think he's earned some fans throughout this entire process.
Yes. What I started to think about was, because that same thing kind of, hit me too. As you were saying that, I was considering, like, what is that? That is weird. Why is it that when we talk about, the quarterbacks and Shedeur Sanders, there seems to be something that is not revolved around actual action on the field? Like it's like, we use things like he's a 5th round pick or he slid in the draft or any of that. And I always thought that, that's great. He's a 5th round pick, but once you get here, it's about evaluating what he does in your jersey, right?
Exactly.
And I thought about it and I tried to figure out why a lot of people think that way. And I had to go back and say, the Browns haven't won anything since 1989. They haven't even won a division since 89. And I remember us talking about that.
I was born.
We used to talk about that on the pregame and postgame shows all the time. And what happened?
The Browns ain't won a division since 1989. They ain't won. They older than me. They ain't won my whole life. And before my life, I wasn't even born yet. And they ain't won since before I was born. That's crazy. And you don't want to even give Shedeur a chance?
There is a level of maturity that the media and the fan base gets to when you're covering or watching a team that has success. Because you get to experience all the levels of maturity. You get to go from, hey, we drafted this guy. We saw what a successful quarterback looks like. We got a coach in here. We see what a successful coach looks like. We go through the process of saying, okay, well, now we're building, putting guys around. We lost in the first round. Oh, wow. Listen, we overachieved this year.
It's the crawl to walk to run. I mean, you're basically describing a childhood, right? You're from birth to then a toddler to then, and hey, you're in 5th grade, and then now all of a sudden you're in high school and then you're graduating college.
There it is. And so when all those fan bases, as they talk about certain things, they have of acquired knowledge of being around that team, so they know different points. And there's a maturity of the conversation what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the Chiefs, they're talking about nuances to the offense. They're talking about tweaking this here or there. They're not talking about whether somebody is good, period.
Yeah, they have daily conversations about their left tackle.
There it is. Thing.
Coach G, I don't want to put your business out there, your age. You were born in how long they been sorry? Sir, if you don't mind sharing your age, how old are you and how long of your life have they been sorry? That's what I want to know.
That are not overarching things. They don't have, hey, do we have the right owner? Do we have the right coach? Can we find a quarterback?
Yeah, because their main pieces are all in place.
They're there.
And that's the fun part, by the way, when you get to that spot, is that you do get to focus in on some of the other things that it's almost a luxury at sorts.
Yes.
Like, could you imagine having a knock 'em out, drag 'em out conversation about the little things that Chiefs fans get to have? It's very different.
It's a very niche argument, and it's a very
to
focused
be
argument.
fair, though, I think some Chiefs fans might already be bored with that discussion too. That's why some Chiefs fans, although they're blessed with a great opportunity with Mahomes and everything, they kind of miss the idea that you know, because talking quarterbacks is fun. Talking about head coaches is fun. I like that type of stuff. And after 7 years, 10 years of that being in place, you do miss some of those discussions in a way.
It's just like, so I came up with the analogy. I said it's like when you're in 2nd grade. Obviously, you love gym. Obviously, like you love drawing and recess, and you get snack time, and you even get to take naps sometimes.
I still like snack time.
Look, it's beautiful.
We're both sleep apnea brother in arms,
Right.
so we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about the naps anymore. We're taken care of.
And so you get this: if you're in 2nd grade and
1970? Gee. I ain't no fan. I'm just a Shedeur fan. That's why I'm asking. That's crazy. Hey, man, y'all up here arguing the 80s. Like I said, they lose the mentality. They sure do got to lose the mentality. That's crazy. They are like the Saints back in the day, putting trash bags over their head. Who is this neck bone dude? Who is you, dude? Now, you take that up out of my life, but we definitely ain't doing that. Me too. KD, how old is you? Oh, in the G, what? I got in the other Cleveland show off my algorithm. He do be telling the truth. He do be telling the truth. Boy, y'all tripping. Miss CC and y'all done brought the drummer in my life. Or your cousin crazy about Shedeur. I don't want to put your business out there. But that's crazy. 39. I ain't want to put your business out there, KD. You ought to be ashamed of yourself the way you be acting, though. They send here a 5 quarterback. And they crazy with Deshaun Watson, man. Like, what's going to happen next year when they get that $58 million back this year and Deshaun Watson healthy and he say, I want to play. That's why I say they're gonna have to trade him. It ain't no restructure. and keeping them on the team. They don't have to trade Deshaun Watson because they're gonna have to pay 50 to 60%, well, 55 to 60%, 65% of what they own just to move him. He ain't no coach. Deshaun Watson ain't no coach. He just mentoring Shedeur. And all I say, keep him, hey, Shedeur, don't go to the masseuses. If Deshaun recommend one, turn the other way. Turn the other way. Nick Bone, you got a show? I'm just saying, bro. No paper bag. I'm going back. I'm trying to keep up. No drama. Say Mo, Patrick. What you laughing at, Patrick? They should be trading at least one quarterback immediately. I said Kenny Pickett. They are linking Deshaun Watson name with Shedeur name. It is sneaky. You know what they're gonna do it as soon as they find out. We don't even know if it's true or not. We don't even know if it's true. Y'all know how they be lying on here. But even if it is, it'd be like the click. They're gonna put Shedeur name Deshaun Watson. We already know what Deshaun Watson is. We already know he out of Cleveland. So you're gonna put Shedeur name with him and say he get mentored by him just to create another headline. My apologies, man. I just came to show to hear the content creator. Not I guess so, man. I guess so. You know why he ain't mentoring Dylan Gabriel. You know why. Come on, Ambers. You know why. Shedeur the only skin folk in there. And he see all that pressure. No, that's what I want. They won't trade Pickett. They like him better than Flacco. Nah, they only doing that because they traded for him. They wasted that 5th round pick on Kenny Pickett, so they got to give him a chance. Just like them drafting Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. The only reason why he in the conversation because they drafted Shedeur. You got to justify what you did. They're just like y'all. You know, I done told you don't do that. Then you go do it, and then you gotta make it look like you ain't mess up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you gotta do something. You're gonna have to play them. They're mad to cover it up. $230 million, you ain't got to cover up nothing. He the first and the last quarterback to get a fully guaranteed contract at that much money. Yeah, he been with that woman. Yup, already know. Yup. About the mentors, you watching the plant. I already know it, but like I said, we don't even know if it really actually true. I know they've been in the meeting room together, but you know, far as like actual taking them under his wing, I don't know. Even though y'all know Deshaun Watson was that dude, it ain't like he couldn't play. It's just that off the field, and then he started getting hurt. I think Deshaun and DG getting mentored. They mentor should do first for click. You might, well, like I said, people just be throwing Shedeur name with anything to get clicks. So that's what I'm saying. But I think even though Flacco came out and said he wasn't a mentor or he didn't want to mentor nobody, I think Shedeur been picking his brain because you see how excited he was even on that live stream when he was talking about I asked Joe for anything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all need to group me, man. Y'all take that in the group me. That's what I said. That's what I said. First round. Cleveland could use 1 first-round pick and quarterback trade to build a dynasty this year. Still have a first-round pick. I say trade it next year, 2027 draft, and try to get Jeremiah Smith. That's what I say. Because just think about that. Just to get that boy, Ohio State, didn't get drafted by Cleveland. DG had an NFL team, O-line, D-line. Shedeur had to create a win-win, 81 sacks into 2 seasons. It really was like 92, Coach G. But yeah, that's the same thing with Cam Ward. When him going to Miami, had a better O-line in the run game. And then Dylan Gabriel always went to them stacked teams. He always went to them stacked teams. But why was he jumping around like that? When, in my opinion, he didn't have to. You know, unless he was just moving around with a coach. But I think the reason why Dylan Gabriel was moving around like that because his draft stock wasn't that high. And he was trying to get into a situation, especially at Oregon when they were undefeated, that his draft stock would increase. He probably wasn't even going to get drafted, to be honest. 2 ACL injuries in a row. Now, Achilles. Sean will not playing that. That's Achilles injury, but 2 in a row. Same one. Y'all don't do our friend Jack Harvey like saying that massage therapist. Cause they don't know how to win, Savage. They don't know when they got it good. Putting Shedeur up on game. Then Galen probably the one trying to pick Deshaun brain. In what way? Yeah, where the masseuses at? Yeah, you played for the Texans. What you want, Titan? You meant Texans stay playing. I never heard of Deshaun. He was good. You know, he wasn't doing what CJ Stroud doing over there now, but Deshaun was good. That's why Cleveland risked it, traded all that to get him. But I still don't think they should have paid him that fully guaranteed contract at the time with the off-field stuff. Because he actually had allegations and was going to court. It wasn't no speeding tickets. There was actually 20 plus women, if it were true or not. You know, you don't get nobody that much money fully guaranteed, and you don't know how their future gonna be. And then plus the NFL handed down, he got suspended for the whole first year. Yeah, he could have went to Bama, but I think he was gonna go to FAU with Willie Taggart out there. He was gonna go out there with him. But then, you know, that when Dion came out and went to Jackson State. Wouldn't let Mary Kate nope. Well, y'all need to quit doing that later like that. They're putting 1K. Why would you let his dad scramble for a quarterback when he got one at home? You right. You can't blame them for that going on. I ain't blaming him, but I'm saying why was he moving around like that when he didn't have to? Because he was jumping from UFC, UCF to Oklahoma. We know Oklahoma be good, but like I said, I don't know the real reason. Maybe he was following the coach, but I just, you know, thinking out the top of my head, I'm thinking he probably was saying his draft stock was low because he wanted to play in the NFL, and you need to go to a big powerhouse at the time. It was open. Bo Nix gone. You know, they had a good, solid team, Oregon, and still do because they getting them SEC type players because of the head coach coming off that Nick Saban tree. So it's like, you know, it was a good place to go. And then you see what happened during the season, but they couldn't finish. They couldn't finish. Until they set him up with the having and he wanted to lead test. I don't know how the media find out about those speeding tickets. Better keep it business. He can't, bro. He in the NFL. Shedeur Sanders. Somebody leaked it, just like the tape, the video of the traffic stop. You know, the news, they'll pay for that stuff. He might be even shorter than 5'9", Dylan Gabriel. I'm gonna put all y'all in timeout. Say one more thing. The son was bad. Boy, Clemson, yup. And he a Georgia boy. That would make it sad. He just got a lot of personal issues, got exposed. Was none and dog was kind of like, totally agree with you. All the accusations hurt Watson, sure did. And then he still ain't recovered from it because he had that, then he got injured, and then he got injured again. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, he ain't never recovered, but he definitely ain't gonna do it in Cleveland no more. Should have out from Georgia, Alabama. I'm glad he went with his dad. Though, y'all, he say that I had did a little interview, not an interview. I had did a little video with interviews Shedeur on there. And he was talking about how he could have went. They forgot that he was a 4-star quarterback. He was a 4-star quarterback and could have went anywhere. He just chose to go. Cause just think about it. If he would have went the Nick Saban Alabama, we wouldn't even be talking about Deion. We'd be saying, oh, that Deion's son, Shedeur, and would have been a first-round draft pick. Yeah, he probably would have came out. Not this year, but the last season. After Nick Saban retired, he probably would have came out then. He left USC because he couldn't get along with the player. That should tell you something right there. Yeah, his draft lot was still low. They on the foolish team, had him in the 3rd round with Cleveland. Sure did. Cause I showed y'all that. He was really like 4th, 5th, 6th round. Maybe even undrafted. You saying DG is the CFL league player. He probably could. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, the only reason why he in the conversation because they drafted Shedeur. And they got to justify why they picked Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. That's just my opinion. Yeah, everybody showed it. They hate Prime, the high-paid college coach. I don't think he the high-paid. He up there, though. I think Kirby might got him. And I think they just renewed Ohio State. Did they renew Ryan Day? Somebody got a contract extension. I think Kirby is the highest paid. But Deion up there. I don't know if Ryan Day got an extension. I want the NFL collusion level to go all the way forward. Yeah, we got to hurt Eric Jackson. You get it. If Eric Jackson, y'all know, GG, well, I told you to pay my bet time. Eric Jackson, he came out. He showed up in my live when we talking about last night, the $100 million lawsuit. You know, I gotta do another live about it. And we're gonna dive a little deeper when I get some more research done. I gotta read more into it. You know, we went over it a lot last night, but I gotta read a little bit more into it, you know what I'm saying? To get a full big picture. All I want to know, any of these O-line going to protect it or Watson got 2 ACL, Achilles, that what they got in store for Shedeur. But I mean, Shedeur, I think Shedeur tough. I think Shedeur tougher than Deshaun. After all them sacks he took, but you know, that punishment do weigh on you. Especially with these, they getting bigger, faster, and stronger in the NFL. So, well, she going through menopause, so she can't report. Right. But DG on out there then. They gonna be playing volleyball, batting them back passes down. Hey. Cause he can't run like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's short too, but he can't run like that. I need y'all to do this right now. Let's get Money Man to 100,000 for the season start. You got less than a month. Really, you got a month and maybe a half. September. What if it include in the NFL, NIL, and player salary? The NIL and his brand. I'll do great content. Good. So appreciate that. Hey, go ahead and get out, man. Go ahead and get out. I appreciate you for coming. Kobe don't desire to hire you, so Kobe, you trying to be loyal to them quarterback. He won 2 national championships back to back. You can't argue that. Put in and work with those deep dive. You already know it. 100K, big one. They about the smarter thing you said, KD. I don't quit messing with you. It's just too easy, though. That's why I do it. I apologize. Oh, I can show it right here. Somebody comments on. Oh. Yeah, I said Kirby, not the quarterback. Kirby won 2 national championships, not Carson Beck. I don't even know what that means. Somebody popping some fireworks. You know, I just be joking. Y'all, I told y'all gonna get the jokes. Y'all gonna get the music. We gonna get the facts. We gonna get some history. I do everything on here. Good night, D. Preseason, Shedeur will have every opportunity to show if he's better than the other quarterback. If not, he will have to wait and get better. Every opportunity, he got to get reps with the ones. Like, where we can see it. I already think he got reps with the one, but to where we can see him just like they recording everything and putting it on the internet. With the team, the rep with Jared Judy, Njoku, and against against Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett. We got to see that clip officially. You know what I'm saying? The losing support factor with NIL being indicated as to evaluation of a draftee. That's why I was saying, like, it ain't gonna happen no time soon. But if they could fight it, like a high-profile player, just like, let's say, Shedeur, if he would have failed like he did later on in the future, that with his base salary be based on his NIL. But they're 2 separate things from the NIL to the NFL. The way they, the salary cap work and the contract negotiation. That's why I said it'll be a tough fight. Be a tough fight. Happy 4th of July, BD. But we going live tomorrow. You can say that tomorrow. I'm still gonna go live. I don't know what time though, but we still gonna go live. Hopefully they do a Twitch. Let me look real quick. Hopefully Shedeur Sanders go live on Twitch tomorrow. Then we can ride out with them. Cause I know y'all want to see them like I want to. Be nosy in their personal life. Nope. One on went live. Shedeur should have went live on Eric Jackson. How you doing? Shedeur should have went live doing the training. Shedeur should have went live doing the training. You do already. Yeah, been ready. He know the playbook. He know what's going on. He had been doing. He did his whole life. He went through 3 quarterback coaches. The dude knows what's going on. He sure do. He know that playbook. He said it was part. He was doing it at Colorado. Part of some of them played. Well, they been here 4 years. They bringing up that they have 5 quarterbacks, he 4th string, and they want to bring 2 in 2026. They better not draft 2 quarterbacks next year. It still got 5 on the roster. What team got 7 quarterbacks? That's ridiculous. But I'm telling you, if they gonna draft the quarterback next year, they need to go ahead and trade Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur. They need to just wipe the slate clean again. That's what they need to do. I need to interview Eric. You know, I ain't never had nobody on my show, but I'll think about it. You know, if he willing to do it. But I mean, we pretty much heard what he had to say. You know, I ain't really got to. I had to come up with some questions, some like really good questions. Y'all know how my brain works. I had to come up with some really good questions to ask. Do he think, you know, I already know he think it was collusion, but well, he already connected. We already didn't listen to it. I had to think on that. For real. 25 drive viewership with more watch all 3 days around the world. Prime. To effect for sure. America flipped their lid on what happened to Shedeur. Oh my God. Yeah, that's why I said that's why everybody was still watching, because they wanted to see what was gonna happen with Shedeur. Yup. I think they're not showing first team real because he high profile and support. They have many to calm it down, attempting to calm it. Yeah, they is. That's what I think. That's what I think too. Because you know if we would have seen them clip viral, sheesh. Everybody be talking about that till this day. They want to be, you can't even shut up talking about Shedeur right now. We in the off season before the season start, and we still talking about Shedeur. Yeah, he got up there. Yeah, we do need that content. Mel Kiper stood on business. Yup. I know Miss Robinson, but I gotta, you know, if I'm gonna come, I ain't coming here. I told y'all that last night. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I ain't just gonna do it, just do it. That's why I said, if he wanna do it, I wanna come on, you know. Contact me. I don't know if he's still in here. There it is. Just send me an email. And I pin it. Ban the user and delete their comment. Wow. Where you sent it to? You sent it to my email? I appreciate that. So I'll update you soon as I get in it to see it. There it is, Miss Robinson. There it is. I gotta check my phone. That's why Denzel Ward told Ojo Cinco to do it different. Yeah, you right. They haven't proved that they can develop a quarterback. Nah, and he's supposed to be the quarterback guru, Kevin. Supposed to be the quarterback guru, but we gonna find out. Cause they be trying to find a finished product when they ain't developing no quarterback. That's why ain't nobody lasting. Who have been a famous 5th round pick? They probably in the history of football. Like Shedeur. Nobody. Nobody at all. There it is. Say more. Nobody. Kevin Tradd. I don't know how he get coach of the year. Hey, part of that season they had a magical season, you know. They had a magical season. A real magical season. I've been talking to y'all. Reed Young coming, Eddie Brown. That were quarterback go to die. And where a lot of players, they really want to change They had Shedeur, but then they put Pickett in to start and do another 2023 to let Flacco shine. Man, I say, what the point of you drafting two rookie quarterbacks if you ain't even gonna give them a majority reps and a majority of the chance? I don't care if you traded for Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett been a starter in the league already, and you see what he can do. This ain't no everybody trying to find a Sam Darnold and a Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying? How these dudes was high draft picks, and then they fell off. And then they had a resurgence in the league. And like, hey, it is what it is, though. I ain't no GM. Exactly. So I have another match year again. Okay, Mr. Jackson, appreciate it. I'll check it in a minute. I'll check it, Miss Robinson. You listen? You looking? I need you to get on it. Find me some more info. I just have Shedeur. Just hope Shedeur will be able to play in that. You know, you still know he will. Like the team, the Brown defense is straight. It's just the offense can't put up no points. And so I played on a team like that in college. My offense in college, they turned the ball over so much. Like we're defense played 120 plays a game. That's a lot. 120 plays in one game, that's a lot. Like on average, you should probably play 80. 80 plays a game is a unit, a defensive unit. Offense should be out there way more than the defense. Because your defense out there more than your offense, that means the offense can't, unless they scoring like crazy in 2-3 seconds or 2-3 plays, then that's different. But putting up no points, no. I appreciate you. You need to send me an email too on what you finding, so I can look it up too. Cause you be everywhere. You be in my live, you be in B White live, you probably be in other people's live. You done heard something, you done watched the video before I even watched it, and I just found it. Small hand, bigger elder Flacco should be traded. They are true damage good. Flacco just old. Kellen Moore didn't even want to pick Kenny, and he coached him last year, but he would have back up. The only way Pickett makes it or short, we had good offensive line. You right. You right. But hey, get around in time, y'all. I getting low. I'm getting a little heavy. I ain't never been on this late. So y'all really appreciate y'all if I'm going on this late. Oh my goodness. What? Oh my goodness. Let me go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Tell your friend about the Money Man. You already know. We getting up out of here. Let me see what I can do right here.
Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts. about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat. Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Prime Time blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From build different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, good. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat. Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Prime Time blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood, now the whole city wavy. back in a full beat.
Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah.
Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy.
From color of the lights to the dog pound nation.
Straight Cuban nation. Let's ride, dog pound.
Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination.
Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world.
Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, girl.
Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat.
Shedeur to the land, whole city got a plan. Blue, gold, jacket dreams, and it started in the land. Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah.
Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy.
From color of the lights to the dog pound nation.
Straight Cuban nation. Let's ride, dog pound.
Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation.
the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, good. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing downs, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood out the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, good. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, gotta go crazy. From pre-time time, blood out the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination.
Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From build different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world.
Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, good. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter.
Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat.
Shedeur to the land, whole city got a plan. Blood, boom, gold jacket dreams, and it started in the land.
Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders.
Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah.
Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy.
From color of the lights to the dog pound nation.
Straight domination. Let's ride, dog pound.
Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight.
Shedeur to the land, yeah, gotta go crazy. From pre-time time, blood out the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination.
Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From build different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world.
Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, good. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter.
Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat.
Shedeur to the land, whole city got a plan. Blood, boom, gold jacket dreams, and it started in the land.
Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders.
Yes, sir.
It's time. stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Birmingham blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing downs, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time time, blood out the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we better shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, girl. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat.